eaten. Jesus hold the tray and called the people to come and put money. And Jesus said, put even the enemy who wanted to kill Jesus, when they hear about this money, want to give from God. And even the Pharisees and the Sadducees came and put money. The same people want the life of Jesus. The same people want to kill Jesus. Behold, they came and put the money. That with the woman feel that the last penny to give to God, it will be so shameful. He waits the time that Jesus want to pray, and the woman removed the money from her waist and walk and walk and walk and drop. He didn't allow the coins to make noise. Even while he put the money, he feels so sorry, giving God the last. A widow mite. That's how the portion came to the scripture. He said he gave a widow mite. I went to dedicate a pastor car. I called for a seat. A young man came. He said he gave a widow mite. I said, shut up. That's not a widow mite. The money in your bank. Can you empty before you say what you have said? Let me put you correct. There are people say, I give a widow mite. Shut up. It's not a widow mite. Except bank. In your own house, you have only 1,000. Then you drop as a widow mite. God will visit that widow woman. He will turn back immediately in heaven. Visit you. Because that's all what you give. Behold, that woman cried. How I got to know the story. The woman cried between the hour of 6 o'clock to the hour of 9 o'clock around the streets. I was coming as you were. I used to come early to conduct deliverance. He screamed, crying, and I hear the story. I joined the pastor. I pass. Not even say, God arrest the person. How can you be in the God presence? He said, remember the Lord your God, that he give you the power to make wealth. Can the woman make the wealth? He did not make, because God turned away from her. He allowed the enemy, the Satan, the devil, to take what belongs to her and chop. Since he did not want to give to God, let him give to the devil. Some of the things that happened to us here, you would dress fine and come to first Sunday, or some would run away from first Sunday. Watch those who run away from first Sunday. They are baking. You cannot rob for where you did not sow. God says the intent of a man's heart. What you have seen in this ministry derived on this day, it is 10 cover. We save before you can be able to produce up to 8 million and do what we are doing now. It did not come one day. We don't have sponsor in this vision. Let me tell you, I'm a good man in here. I want you to come to a point. If you don't tie your waist, you cannot be what you want to be tomorrow. If you want to wear clothes, every cloth, every shoe, every cloth, every shoe, your room will full, but yet your future will be destroyed. It's just like a woman had a children. Instead of you to tie the waist and send your children to school, then you believe wearing clothes, you have no future. There will be a time that clothes in your wardrobe will reject you because you are not producing results. In a lifetime of every man, there's a time for suffering, and there's a time for you to reap what you have sown. There are things that you need to come to understand. How can you say receive to receive? What have you done in that place? What is your sacrifice in the vision? What is your sacrifice? I want you to think differently. When you see people that are going to this sexy ministry and blessed, you begin to jealous. Are they blessed? Let me tell you. A woman, when I was in Zion, Manzanlight and Achimbo, the woman do mamoiko for airport fee. One day, women rally. They say, These women, they come out, this woman, that woman, told that mama, you can keep money, keep money, keep money, keep money, keep money, keep money. It was October to be women rally. He tied down all the money. He said, last year, I did not be able to showcase. When they say this particular group of women, the woman come out. And when he come out, as at that 1995, for a woman who do Mamoikong to release a sum of 30,000. Do you know what this means? And the woman said, he give this money, he's sowing this seed, that God should change our condition from Mamoikong to have a shop that he doesn't want to suffer again. And the whole women in that women rally, including pastors, I was instrumentalist as at that time. Understand? Everybody bow their face, wait for this woman. Today, as I'm talking to you, the woman owns 3 shops in Marian Market. Each shop that he rents in that market, people paying almost 100 and something thousand. He owns the shop that is sell provision and cosmetic. I want you to understand that poverty is you that choose the poverty. Whatever you are today is your condition. Is that what you want? This night when I pray, it is you. If you don't ignore whatever you are going to be tomorrow, let me tell you, there's no conducive time for one to be blessed. And there's no conducive time for one to do something for God. He said, when I have money, I will come and do something for. Which time? Every time men loaded with problems. Every time men loaded with problems. If you don't close your eyes, you can't help each other. Are you understand? If you don't close your eyes about that particular angle, you will not assist anybody. Am I talking to people here? But if you want to solve this problem before you help, you will not be able to help. You are a liar. At the moment that somebody comes around your life, they come and meet you with so many bills for you to settle with money. But the only thing that you can do, you will close your eyes and help that person at that point, so that maybe helping that person, God will open the door for you to solve every other problem that around you. Am I talking to somebody here? But if your need is so important to you, then every other problem of the people is parasites. Let me tell you, you go nowhere. Problem will not leave you. Go and write in your world. That's why people like Meshach, Shadrach, and Abednego in the day of King Nebuchadnezzar. Nebuchadnezzar wake up one day. What he has done to Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, he did not provoke God. Isaiah chapter number 42 verse 8 says that. He said, God will never share his glory with anybody. It's only one line of word. God will never share glory with anybody. But what provoked the council of heaven when King Nebuchadnezzar conquered 127 prophets. All the prophets paid the tribute to his treasury. Not even the government treasury. Paid all the money inside his treasury. He started with one kingdom, which is Assyrians, the Damascus. The Bible says God gave him power to conquer up to 127 prophets. Some of you that are elders in this church, Nigeria was running prophets. Am I saying something? Before they now run state. In the eastern zone, they were running under prophets. Before we can now talk about state. All those people who were paying tribute to the King Nebuchadnezzar treasury. Then one day, Nebuchadnezzar saw money loaded so full. And he was saying, what should I do? And he built a duplex, the tallest building in Babylon. And he built a airport field inside the tower, the rest pillars, as if that is aeroplane can take off as a field of stadium, and raise a pulpit and bring up a podium, and I'll put everything finished and summon all the 27 prophets, and the people arrive. And Nebuchadnezzar walked majestically and stood before the 27 prophets and announced to the people and said, what you have seen in this Babylon is a work of my hand. Let the people clap hands. The whole people clap hands. And Nebuchadnezzar glorify himself. When the whole scenario finished, as early morning, Prophet Daniel stepped in and said to King Nebuchadnezzar, today you have been judged from heaven. From that moment, Nebuchadnezzar left the house, and God removed the heart of a man and put him the heart of the beast, and go to the kingdom of animals and save for good 7 years. You that brag and feel that you are intelligent, you will disgrace. If God give you inside disgrace, better. But I never see God who keep person inside house disgrace. He always keep public disgrace. When God want to disgrace you for disobedience, for all things you have done, he will take it outside. That's why when men go to their witch coven and perform their juju and perform their wickedness, by the time God want to disgrace them, it's always the outside. I keep mammo guessing for. I mean, remember one. I don't want to think. I don't want to think. He said all the wickedness that he has done. That's why by the time King Nebuchadnezzar did not believe, the day that he said, this is the work of my hands. Some of us, you are like that. Yes. There are people that read, they don't understand. There are people that read, they don't understand. There are people that hold the Bible, a common three alphabet, and they cannot know. But you that achieve today and grew up to this age and survive, what can you do to God? What can you do? Bend down. You don't bend down. You feel that you have served God. Okay, now somebody came and told me, we served God for 30 years and God has not done anything. I said, God did not serve you. Serve me, I serve you. God is all about pari passu. God is all about rub my back, I rub your back. If you serve him for that 30 years, he has served you too for 30 years, won your life. He preserved your life for you to be rich today. That to say God saved your life. People of your age have died and gone. Your age mate has gone. Even though you live up to 20, you could have lived as a sickler. You could have lived as a paralysis. You could have lived a life of making God to take your life. There are people this morning, family, pray, take the life of my father, take the life of my son. I am so much passing through pain. You go to Higris and see people that didn't reform people. You see parents, rich parents, bringing their children there. I says, bringing their children there. What are they command from us? Rich men even kneel down begging that child to die so that they will not disgrace them. For where? Go there when school open. Just go here. You will see. To know that God good with you. What you are looking for, it is a character that you are showcased toward God. That's why God, let me tell you, you cannot be wiser than the man who created you. God knows your mind. He knows that if this my daughter get 1 million, this is attitude. For that, he will not give you the million. He will give you only 100. You stop from 100. So within that 100 that you have, you will be able to respect elders and respect their senior. By the time God takes you to a million, you begin to insult people anyhow. You begin to give insults anyhow, embarrassing people. Okay, just look at a young boy who carry the father car and drive. Even though you see what I want to drive and enter, but the person who has suffered and buy the car, by the time you see people pass along the water, you will slow down so that you will not flash the water to somebody. One day I make mistakes. I just drive because the car did not fire well. Water touched those young girls. I have to stop to go and tell them I'm sorry. Understand? I want you to understand that there are certain things. God give me money. God give me money. God give me husband. Yes, God will give you a husband. But God has seen your capability that you are not sound to manage a marital home. You will not be able to manage. God, I need money. I need money. If God give me money, I will do something for church. God will give you money. You will not do anything. Because I come to realize in my own philosophy that people that make it in life is not people that talk. It's not out of 100%, only 25% talk and do what they talk. Am I saying something here? Remember the Lord your God. Only him that gives you the power to make wealth. Somebody say, I want to save money to build a house tomorrow. Yes. It's good for you to save the money and build a house. Let him be that you are not cheating on God. Oh. If you're cheating on God, one day that money that you save, one problem will come and scatter the money. You still go back where you was. One woman was in this church. I called her several times. I said, sister, pay tithe. He said, no, sir, I will pay. Will pay my tithe. Where I carry my contribution will come on all. I said, that is a difficult thing that you cannot do. You're trying to predict tomorrow when you are not in that tomorrow. Please, sister, do something to preserve tomorrow. If you don't do something now, preparation bring opportunity. When they do first Sunday, they said, I will come on and pay by December. I said, are you going to try my intelligence? Okay, let's see. He will come to the church. He will come to the church. He do contribution. 200,000. Immediately, he carried the money by last Sunday of November. That same Sunday, on Monday, the mother died. Can he do what is promised? And it be that what they do first Sunday, follow do. God could have saved that wealth for him, could have saved that money, and stop the cankerworm and the locust and caterpillar to eat what belongs to him. Let me tell you, whatever you are doing, if you cheating on God, then you rejoice on your own save. You occultic men do pay their dues. I had a one woman here. I don't want to mention them. He married that man in St. Bernard. He did not know the woman. It belongs to one of the occultics. The man pretended after he married her, he had one child. He worked as a director in his Ministry of Works. They pay him well and they see odd money. At the end of the month, he tell the wife, say he has paid the dues. The wife always believe maybe certain problem is a dues. He did not realize that there's another uncle. Until when he came here 2017. He said that the husband, the problem, pastor, the problem that the husband, he should carry money, solve the problem, pay the dues of the family. I said, which family dues? Which family dues? I begin to interpret the dues to the woman. I said, he's not paying any dues to the family. He's paying dues to the occultic covenant. He said, no, my husband is not like that. I said, okay, let's not argue. The car spoiled here. The man came and hold the phone and mentioned the pathetic name, the occultic name they give to him, to the mechanic that want to come and repair the car. Then I was in my office. I said, come. Ask your husband, who answered this name? That same day, Gong, he went and asked the husband that he heard that somebody called you this name. Who answered this name? That is when the man confessed to her that he did not want her to know that he's paying every month 120,000 dues that he has paid. The only person that I said that thing was Mfon, because he drove those people to initiation last month to Imo State. And when he come, he said they give them name. For the people that they carry here to Imo State, it was an old world conference. They give them a name. If you are answer code, they will give you another name so that their colleagues, even though you land in Britain, they will know you when you mention this name. They know you are among of the members. You will not lack where to stay. You will not lack any food, because in airport, not them. In everywhere, not them. In government, not them. Understand? I wanted to do something in road safety. I went to the guy. The guy just gave me name. Say, when you go, just mention this name. And I have express. I went. I have express over there. American said, this guy directed me to you. I said, oh, it's my boss. And I look at the guy, say his boss, mechanic, come be a boss, that somebody's working in the office. That's when they pay their dues. You that be a believer, how much do you sacrifice every month to your altar? When you see people that serve occultics, drive cars, make it well, you begin to jealous. You say, Jesus is not there. Who told you Jesus is there? You cannot compare yourself with the abuse. With the abuse they pay over there. You cannot compare yourself with the dues that they pay over there. You cannot. Both young girls that enter today, go and see. Go to state housing. Just come up here. Go to state housing and see dues young girls that paid. They are students. They pay dues to get the months. So that when they stand, they will have connection of men around them. You begin to say, why this girl is ugly? Why are they exile? Can you pay the dues? Can you sacrifice? It's not all about going to church and begin to say, oh Lord, Chineke, and begin to wave hand. When you wave hand face, you understand. There's another thing that involves. Yes, you can dance. People where they do business in one market and Marian market every month. I was doing business, and that's why I have the knowledge. The other man says, when it is that they do business ordinary, come, let me travel, carry you go and see Oga. I said, which Oga? He paid dues. He paid dues worth 25,000. He dropped in the store. He dropped that money in the store. And the Oga said, consider it done. Whoa, Baraba. He said, consider it done. This one will come from Cameroon. This one will come from Ikom. This one will come from Abia State. They will come in like that same day and pay the dues. And begin to say things doesn't affect the atmosphere that can preserve blessing immediately. That's why Christians are poor and wretched. Whereas we carry the power, we're supposed to be richer than any other person. Because you don't understand the secret. Even though the secret given to you, you are still doubting. Maybe the pastor preach to get the money. How much are you going to give me? Understand? Can you buy one camera that I'm looking for now? 1.8 million camera. You can't. But do whatever you can to have the future. Do whatever you can to get tomorrow. Do whatever you can to survive. Because life needs sacrifice. When you remember what the Lord has done for you yesterday, you can empty your bank. You can empty your pocket. That's one thing that I want you to come to a point to realize yourself. There are people who sacrifice. My sister daughter, he was in Christ Embassy. Christiana, what happened? Do you know that I come to realize that this girl so sick. Is just IBB here is so sick. Up to the point the doors open to the brothers. From the moment they marry her and leave that church and go to Winners, where the husband is a pastor, the road close for the brother. You in your family, nobody makes sacrifice for you. You yourself, you yourself don't even make sacrifice. Remember the Lord you are God. Please read that place for me. Go to 17. No, go to 15. Go to 15 before I close. What made God to cause the children of Israel to suffer? When you fail God, when God turned away from you, I said to some people on Friday, he said, when you disappoint God, he will take the glory away from you, but he will not kill you, but he will not give you the glory. And so most of the pastors that you, yes, God may not kill you, but you don't have the glory again. You don't have the glory again. You can't see the crowd with them again. You can't see their church grow again. The glory has gone. Until they die, they can't get the glory again. That's one thing a lot of people don't know. Don't do something the glory of God to depart from you. When that glory leaves you, you find difficult to. That's why when some people just fall, they cannot rise again. Why? When you had the money, you did not remember the Lord your God. Read that place 15, 16, 17.
Deuteronomy chapter 8 verse 15 says, who led thee through that great and terrible wilderness?
Who made you through that great and terrible wilderness?
Wherein were fiery serpents.
Where the serpents around.
And scorpions.
And scorpion.
And drought.
And drought.
Where there was no water.
Where there was no water.
Who brought thee forth water out of the rock of flint?
Imagine that.
Verse 16. Who fed thee in the wilderness?
Who fed you when you were hungry? Some of us, if I wouldn't do for me, there's nobody here that will not feel hungry sometimes ago. But before you know, in the evening, money just come. Let me tell you, a person where they give you something, listen to me. When you hungry, that person is your brother. A person will come give you something when you there in rich. That person is just wasting time. You just collect, you are collect as a gift. Already you are arrived. Am I saying something now? Person will give Jonathan support by the time where Jonathan want to go as a deputy governor. Person will come give Jonathan something by the time where become vice president. Does it make sense? The beginning of that person, if you contribute and help that person for the arrival of that person, till that person die, he will not forget you. That was the reason David, when David arrived and they ordained David as a king of Israel, and then I want to return my glory to me who was with me in my wilderness. And David now says, who among you here can search for any family of Saul? Because of Jonathan's sake, I want to return their lands and their properties and also bless them. One of the guards stood up and said to David, I know one Jonathan's son, the only son that remained in Jonathan's house, they are called Mephibosheth. And the Bible says David ordered the guard to go and look for Mephibosheth. And when they brought Mephibosheth, the guard in the palace and the other kingsmen stood up and says, it's an ethics in this ordinance of this palace that a cripple can never enter. And David stood up with the anger. He shot the men and the guards down. He said, where were you men when I suffered 17 years in affliction? Where were you guys? I am the custodian of the law of Israel. I have all the infantry to break the law and to amend the law and to observe the law. God, bring me Mephibosheth. And they brought Mephibosheth. While Mephibosheth walked, David stood up and give honor to a cripple. And in order, she brought a chair and besides him, so that as he sat down, he felt the presence of Jonathan. Because a man who saved David, he was Jonathan. There was no prophets. There was nobody in the range of David. The only man who fed David, he was Jonathan. The father, no more. The brothers run away. David was left alone. I don't know whether in your lifetime have you been left alone in your lifetime. No mother, no father, no sister, no brother. Have you experienced that kind of condition that David was? David said, come, Mephibosheth. Mephibosheth, come and rejoice with me. And behold, Mephibosheth comes and he ordered for a food. I want to eat with Mephibosheth. As I'm eating with Mephibosheth, I'm eating with Jonathan. Because when the Philistine entered the house of Saul and killed everybody finish, including Jonathan, none of the children of Saul was remain, even the grandchildren, because of Mephibosheth was outside the palace. Because according to the law, as I said, no cripples can enter the king palace. Before they brought Mephibosheth, and David, after eating and rejoiced in the palace, and said to Mephibosheth and the commander of David, go now, return all the lands until I die. Mephibosheth must stay with me in the palace. When I see Mephibosheth, I see Jonathan. Because it was Jonathan God used to preserve the life of David. Anytime the father planned to go and kill David, Jonathan would sneak out in the night and say to David, when you eat this food I give you, leave this place. My father is coming early morning. If the children of today, it will stand with the father, will stand with the mother. Some children will say, I cannot betray my mother. I would. Your mother is doing evil, then you cannot betray your mother. Your father is killing the people, then you cannot betray. It's only one case that I know that the father is a native doctor. He go to state CID and carry police and arrest the father and almost put the father in the prison. It's in this church. The father is a pastor. But some of us here, you will see how your mother doing evil, doing the extremism. Why can't you publicize your mother to stop that rubbish? He said, my mother. There's things that cause follow you. There are things when your mother do evil, cause will not follow you. Because the purpose of the John the Baptist that preached, he came to separate the mother and the father. He came to separate the mother and the children. Through what? Truth. But Jonathan will not keep mute when the father planned, because he saw the kingship and he saw there's an anointing inside of David that better than my father. Jonathan said, David, you are better than my father. You are the reigning king. You are the chosen king. My father is not a king. That's why when the father summoned all the soldiers to go and kill David, Jonathan will go out in the night. David, leave this place. Every day, not 1 year, not 2 years, that Jonathan pursued David. He pursued David for 17 years. Saul pursued David for 17 years, but Jonathan did not tire to save David. As the father planned, because Jonathan was the first son of Saul. Whenever he planned, because he has trained Saul, he has trained Jonathan to become the successor. So because Jonathan said, I am not qualified, I have seen a man that choose from God. And he said, David, my father is after your life. David, when you eat this food, for 17 years, Jonathan fed David. Throw the father food. Some of you cannot take your father food and give to the poor. David, the father, the mother, the 7 brothers. Jesse had 8 children. The 7 children and the mother and the father did not look for David. After all, David is a bunker. He's a bazooka. He's a coward. David is illiterate. What he has to offer? All of them has gone to school. When some went to military school in Georgia, some go to military school in US, some travel and study. But David was a shepherd. A shepherd has nothing to offer in the field of human, but in the field of God, a shepherd is a king. Behold, when they hear that David is about to ordain as a king of Israel, that's when the father and the mother said, my son, now my brother. Now where the Sibo man, where the fish, where the stone cafe here for down here, no be your brother. Then they push me back. But by the time when they say container now be when I speak room, by that time now my brother, now my brother, now my brother. Now when that person they suffer, know your brother. Now coward, now idiot, now thief boy. Hey, that person. That person not be person now. After all school, you no go, you no get paper, you no get anything. Your life don't finish. When men write you off, God get preparation to raise you up. Whosoever that conclude in your life, he said you will not become something. That is when interest heaven. Because God created you for a purpose. For the purpose that God have created you, it will surely come to pass. Amen. If you believe, shout like the thunder. Amen. I'm teaching you something here. I want you to take something home for this month. So that 4 months, 9 months mean giving birth for what you are conceived. That's the meaning of 9 months, September. You are giving birth for what you are conceived for 8 months. So if you did not conceive well, you will not give birth for these 4 months. That's why in nature they call September, October, November, December. What does that signify in the spiritual realm? They say you are giving birth for what you are conceived. So if you don't produce results for this 4 months, that's to say you did not prepare well, because preparation brings opportunity. A child that wants to take exam, a professional exam, must go extraordinary to prepare to get the result. If not, you will be a failure because you did not prepare well. Applicable with life. If you did not gather the momentum in 8 months, what are you going to offer? In so many villages, they will start yam festival. In so many villages, they will harvest. In so many villages, you will see them doing cultural something. What are you going to offer? We did not plan a yam. They want to do a yam festival. You are a failure. When men celebrate new yam, you will celebrate empty land. Because you did not cultivate anything. Am I saying something? I want you to understand. Remember the Lord your God. 19. In Italy, the man looked at the sky. He built a many-story building, 14, and carried all the children, and the entire family put. And great empire, even to Babylon. Or COVID-19 enter, kill everybody, finish. And the man says it's only him alone that left. He jumped from 14-story building and died. This money that he has, who is going to eat with? Now the government want to use the wealth of the man to revive the economy of Italy. One village where COVID-19 starts, the whole community, it remained nobody. And Chinese government, they want to turn that place to a city of COVID-19. So something to remember. There are things that happen if God has preserved you and I. Then you have every reason to thank God today and give what you have. Finally.
Verse 16.
Yes.
Who fed thee in the wilderness with manna?
Yes.
Which thy fathers knew not, that he might humble thee, and that he might prove thee, to do thee good at thy latter end. Verse 17. And thou shalt say in thy heart, my power and the might of my hand had gotten me this world.
Yeah, some of you that says my power and my strength and my knowledge that make me to achieve. Okay. No problem. But one day I want you to understand, you will realize things like Nebuchadnezzar. On that problem, Nebuchadnezzar that served 7 years, he realized that God is a king. When God brought Nebuchadnezzar from the animal kingdom to turn him back to human being, Nebuchadnezzar still go back to the podium and announce to the entire Babylon they should worship the God of Israel. Some of you, that's what you needed. You needed the armor to hit your head before you realize that what you are today is from God. Because God has been giving you small sign to return back to him and realize that he's greater, he's mighty, he's Jehovah, he's a Elohim, he's a El Shaddai, so that he can empower you more, so that he can upgrade you more. Where you are is not where you're supposed to be. What you see is not what you're supposed to see. God has a good vision for your life and for your future. But the little that God has blessed you, you feel pompous and pride. It's just like a child that finished primary 6, they have finished school. When his senses come, he go to secondary school. When he finish secondary school, he say, I'm a big girl. After 1 year, he will realize that the secondary school that he has gone is rubbish. And he now forward to go to university. When he finish the university, I say, I'm superstar. Now, when you finish the university, you'll be a superstar. One next job. And when he stay for 10 years, he doesn't have a job, he will not remember whether he have gone to school or not. Am I saying something here? He will now bring herself down to look the ways to sell granite and start managing. A person that gone to school and return and teach for nursing school and collect 10,000, are you well at all? Do you think that you are right? Do you think that you are succeed or you are making it in life? You are not doing anything. You are not doing anything. The enemy have rubbish you. So you need to change the gear to dimension of their life. You cannot just go and face the four corners of the university and somebody that did not go to school and better than you. Have you not seen that there's something wrong somewhere? There's an atmosphere that you need to change. You need to take extraordinary. Ordinary, you have gathered the momentum of life, yet you need the spiritual power. A man came to me when the secretary of Calabar tried to visit me with the man yesterday. I said, young man, listen to me attentively. There's one thing I want you to understand, sir. You are learned, you are educated, but what you lack is a spiritual thing. The man said, well, adjust. Yes, you are educated, but what I'm going to defeat you is spiritual things. Jesus did not go to school. Jesus did not do anything. But the Pharisees came that so sound educated and a highly educated men with their philosophy. They arrived to Jesus Christ. Which authority have you doing all this? And Jesus said to them, the John the Baptist baptism or the teaching, is it from God? And both of them went back together and said, if I said the baptism of the John the Baptist is from God, they will now say, why can't you legalize him? If I say it's not from God, they will say, why can't you do what? Obey him. Both of them dismissed from that point. They will come with their knowledge and come with their Jesus will use spiritual thing, knock them out. Irrespective how you are intelligent, if you don't understand spiritual things, you are a non-entity in the field of life. A captain came to this church when I ordained as apostles, 2017. He said to them, calm down, calm down, calm down. Don't go to anywhere. What he has known today, and even that he knows it 20 years ago, he couldn't afford a victim where the first son was supposed to be a colonel today, a drop in Jaji, in military college in year 2. When there's a second son, now be taken to a psychiatric every day, where the thoughts arama, the demi-human scatter the whole family of that man. By the time the man realized that, what he affected him, he was a person who carried him and put in the boat, in a kit, and drove. In a single place, he saw him and made water come back. From that, he did not know anything. He felt that is life. And one night, he slept. He saw demons scatter his wealth in the air. And from that point, everything that was belongs to him, they called it the land in Abuja, they called it land in Lagos, they called it the land in a warehouse, everything finished. When you don't understand the spiritual things, the book of Pharisees that you read will fail you. You will come to a point and realize There was a time I started to teach my son spiritual thing. I come to realize they want to gamble my intelligence. But today they are looking for it. But I cannot give them. I cannot give them. Because what you don't know, is spiritual thing. They are more of the spirit than physical. A person that understands spiritual things, you don't talk to, you don't confront people. If you confront persons, you don't have a spiritual power. You don't know spiritual things. A person that says, "You are my uncle, you are wicked uncle," you will die. You will die first, the uncle will survive. Because the uncle is more of the spirit than the physical. So men who do challenge, I get physical power. Go challenge them. It's not all about physical. How prayer are you? How strong are you? How formidable are you? Can you tarry 7 nights? Can you tarry 1 month and pray? Yet, then you want to go and carry a monster that be so spiritual than you. He will look like you in the air. You die. He will follow you up. A little nail that enter your leg, he will come in the night to put antidote, to turn to be what? Tetanus. And you die through that. Just a nail. You die from that. Because he has placed a mirror in your life. Because every night he will monitor you day and night. Waiting for whether you want to take 30 years to monitor you. Because of the insult that you give him 2020. He will follow you till 2030 until he gets you. Because the person who will follow you in the spiritual realm is more stronger than you following you. He will not call you. He will not come to you. He doesn't need any information about you. But in the realm of the spirit, he assesses you. Oh, come here. What is happening around you? You appear coward. Because your name doesn't carry Christ. Your name is not the reservoir of period of health. Whatever, anytime they call you, appear mostly. When you appear in the spiritual realm, just come and stand there. You don't have a voice. Waiting, they will do you there. And return. Go and sleep. And you go and sleep. And when you wake up and begin to feel pains, as if that you carry 7 bags of cement last night, and begin to feel pain. What happened with pains? And when you wake in the morning, as if that you do the